Hey guys, it's Ultra Prime 2 here. It's been 2 weeks and we're back. Welcome to the Fairy Tale Wiki podcast. We've missed you and I'm sure you've missed us too. So here today is Umne. Umne, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. Hope you have a great time.
Thank you. And also here is Australia's next top model, Kuro.
Hello everyone, I'm super excited for this week's podcast.
So am I. So let's get straight into it. Kuro, what do you think about the latest Fairy Tale chapters 384 and 385?
I think that the latest chapter really saved it for me, because just as last week's chapter was, like the guys in chat probably knew how I reacted to that, but it just didn't really do it for me. I think, well, even now, I think Lucy's relationship with the Celestial Spirit King is very... I find it hard to believe, kind of. Like, he's absolutely freaking out now that she's in the state that she is, even though they've only had 2 short occasions of contact. Like, I understand that he's impressed with her relationship with her spirits, but the extent that he's going to help her out, I just don't really know. But that was last week. But then this week, I think what really saved it for me was she's been given Aquarius's power, and that was the turning point for me. Like, okay, yes, Lucy is getting her development. She's, she's on her way up. She's just absolutely wrecking Tartarus right now. She's destroyed their base. Pretty sure she just defeated Jackal, and meanwhile the Celestial King is taking on the head antagonist. So it's pretty exciting. There's a lot to say.
Okay. So, Umne, what do you want to say about this chapter?
I mean, I do agree, but I don't think there's an issue between her relationship with the Celestial Spirit King. I feel like that is purely derived on the fact that she, like you said, the way she treats her spirits. And I feel like he's the way he sees that and the way like it's conveyed to him, that's why he's so close to her. So I don't mind the fact that he's like going out of his way to like protect her and save her, because she did summon him, and
and it definitely cost her a lot. So he's like, okay, this means a lot to you, so I'm gonna go out.
Yeah, and also like this is like the perception we've received from the spirit world. Like like you have this kind of relationship, your strength will like flourish. Like we pretty much know that much about the spirit world. So like, I like that. Like I don't know. Overall, it was just I like this chapter better than last week's, but last week's was really good. And with Aquarius's powers like over Lucy, like it leaves me wondering if it's permanent, is it temporary? But either way, I thought it was.
I really hope it is permanent. But at the same time, I think if she gets this power permanently, that means Aquarius just isn't coming back.
I would be okay with Aquarius not coming back, to be honest. But I'll get to that later.
Yeah, I'd be fine. But
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd like to see where they take that. But I mean, like, Kana had fairy glitter, and that went away, so I don't know how long this would last. Like, if the Spirit King leaves, would the power, like, leave her body as well?
That would just leave me disappointed with Lucy, though, because she's getting all this development, and then for it to just basically go away, that would, I don't know, kind of render her personal growth kind of meaningless.
I wouldn't mind if
some sort of permanent change.
But it's meaningless with Tartarus' current threat levels.
I wouldn't mind if her like magic level increased from this. But I don't know, having her use water magic like all the time, like we already have Julia, so why do we need Lucy with
because
water
Julia is useless?
No, she's not. Okay, she's gonna face Torafusa. She's going to. Okay, but
Isn't she still stuck in the wall?
No, I think they're all okay. Well, I'll talk about that later.
We'll get to that later. Yeah.
But I thought they were good. I agree with Kuro, but also I think they're really it was a really good set of chapters we had.
Mm-hmm. Okay, do you have a rating?
A rating? Oh, the Kuro, did you rate it?
No, I didn't rate it. Together, I'd say it's a nice 8 out of 10. Individually, though, I'd say the last chapter was more like a 5, and this one was a 9.
Okay, interesting mathematics there, but I'll let it go.
Maybe
I
one
just
had
really
more
did not
weight.
like the last chapter on its own, but the
It's
newer
fine.
one saved it.
Okay, Umne, you got anything to rate?
Yeah, they're both pretty like stellar, so pun intended. I guess I'll give them both a 9.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, I am not happy with 384. See, the thing about 384 is you can like it if you ignore the lack of logic in it. Lucy is getting the crap kicked out of her, and she still has the magic to summon Aquarius, her strongest spirit, even though during that day she had already summoned Scorpio. In a way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but after the invasion of Cube, she actually had Loki by her side. Sorry, Leo. Fucking that spelling really pisses me off. But anyways, she had Leo by her side. Then she summoned Taurus and Aries. Then she was able to summon 2 more, and then she was able to summon Aquarius. How much magic does she have now? Like honestly, she was getting her ass beat for a long time, and then I don't know, Aquarius just happened to show up again. Like, where did she come from exactly? Did she cross the gate herself? That never got explained. I didn't know she had that ability. I know a few of them had that ability, but she was never stated to have that.
No, Lucy summoned her straight
No,
up. Her key was out.
no, she did. But like Aquarius got sent away, right? When Lucy's magic was deteriorating.
no, she just got hurt. She was like hurt, but
Yeah,
Was she off
she was.
screen?
Yeah, she was. There was a panel of her on the land holding her wounded shoulder.
All right, I thought she.
And the only reason that
I see.
that Loki and Virgo were taken out is because Jackal blew them up. They didn't.
No, I thought
fail
Aquarius
Lucy.
had been sent back. I didn't realize she was off panel. Okay.
No.
Okay, I'll let that part go then. But otherwise, it's like the whole like emotional thing. Everybody's been wanking. Like this is such a sad scenario and whatever. Like, how many people really expect Aquarius to just stay gone? Like, for one thing, even if she doesn't come back, like she'll be in the story. We're not finished with the celestial spirit matter, right? Because I mean, we still don't know what happened to Lucy's mom, and Aquarius was her spirit. So we'll be seeing her again, either if not in flashbacks, then when Lucy goes back to the celestial spirit world, which I'm sure we will see. And for the matter like of the celestial spirit king being friends with her, like because the way she treats her spirits, I'll get to that later. But then I'm like, remember like apparently the key person had to have a really close bond with the key that were breaking to summon the king. Like in all honesty, I don't think Aquarius was the right choice for that. I would have much preferred, like, this would have been my preferred scenario. I've been playing it out in my head for the last week or so. Like, Lucy's about to, she has the key in her hand, but she's not looking at it, and it's Aquarius' key, but rather than snap it, she's about to snap it, like, she snaps it, but then she realizes it's not Aquarius' key, it's Leo's key. He switched the keys, so he lets himself be the one to never come back to save her friends. I think that would have been way cooler and a much better setting, because I think his relationship with her is a lot closer. I know she was her mother's spirit, but honestly, she's been in positions to like threaten Lucy, like borderline kill her. That's not a good relationship, honestly. I'm really not.
It's also been all for comical effect.
I know, but I mean, I just don't approve of it. I mean, she got washed up in like 2 tidal waves. I mean, she could have easily been killed. And remember what happened to Leo and Karen, like the whole indirectly killing your mage thing that could have happened here. I know it's been for comic effect, but I don't know, Aquarius is just so comical a lot of these times when she's doing that, or spanking Lucy, which, I mean, is understandable, who wouldn't want to, but then there's the whole thing with Scorpio, like, this may very well be her only, like, serious scene, like, for at least for a while. I mean, she might have had a few other ones, but they're a lot less significant. I don't know, just the whole... Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, I get where you're coming from, where what Aquarius has been shown throughout the series has been, they have had a very antagonistic kind of relationship, but yeah. I saw someone else put the relationship, just in a different perspective, and while Aquarius doesn't really have that, she might not have that stronger feelings for Lucy is full on, she loves Aquarius because she was her mother's spirit, and... It was basically like Aquarius amounted to being Lucy's very first friend. Like when she was a kid, all she had was her father when her mother passed away. And we know how he turned out, and so all she had was this memento from her mother, who was Aquarius, and while Aquarius thinks that Lucy is a brat, from Lucy towards her.
Okay. See, I'm not going to deny that Lucy cared about Aquarius, but what Aquarius said was the relationship and bond between the celestial spirit and their summoner. A bond is only a relationship if it works both ways. It doesn't work both ways in this scenario.
To think that, like,
only when you look at it on the surface.
Yeah, and also I think Aquarius did care about Lucy. She just never really said much about it.
I think Aquarius was intended as something of a tsundere, but it was never really played out, in my opinion. That might just be the way I'm seeing it, but I just don't think Aquarius was like the suitable choice for the scenario. That's why I prefer the scenario I had in my head for a while.
But you know what else this would do? Like, we know she's her strongest spirit, so without her in her arsenal...
Well, debatably, I mean, the whole strongest spirit thing is kind of, like, screwy these days. I mean, I know she called her the strongest spirit, but everyone has their debates. And when it comes to magic power and, like, the overall combat capability, there's different matters of strengths. Let's be honest about that, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, just from what they've said, at least,
before the time skip, before everybody changed.
Even other times, I think they've stated it a few times.
The subtitles for when Aquarius was summoned was, the author's words of saying her strongest spirit has been summoned.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
So, they still keep that going.
And the whole thing about this isn't a power thing. This is the emotional relationship they have.
Yeah.
So, whether she's the strongest or the weakest, Lucy still cares the most about Aquarius.
I still don't agree with the decision. I mean, I'm fine with the emotional matter, but I mean, it's just I just couldn't find myself to care about it. Aquarius has been pissing me off for a while, to be honest. So, I mean, I couldn't really be bothered to care about her in this scenario. And, I mean, if she doesn't appear again, like, being summoned, great. But we'll see her again. I've been sure about that. That's just like Mishima's game at this point. So, I mean, I wasn't really emotionally driven by that chapter like everyone else was. As to the next chapter, 385, it was better. Like I think I mentioned a while ago, Marv just seems like a pretty boy sitting on his throne, doing his own thing, which I'm not really a fan of, to be honest. But I mean, at least in this chapter, I don't know, he looked like he was trying a little bit, which is good. But I don't know, I'm a little bit curious about how this fight's gonna go. Like, okay, he's the Demon King, the Celestial Spirit King is the one he's facing, so it's like, I don't know who's gonna win this fight. I mean, I like that I don't know who's gonna win, but it's like, okay, if the Celestial Spirit King loses, who's gonna win then? Like, are we gonna be left with another Natsu fight? Or, is Lucy gonna beat him? Like, that's another thing I kind of have a problem with the latest few chapters. Lucy's been kicking the crap out of these guys. Like, I'm not saying Lucy's weak. I agree that she's not, like, useless. I've argued that point a lot. But she's been beating Tartarus entirely by herself. Guys that, she shouldn't have been able to even scratch or even give trouble to. I mean...
Well, to be fair, until the last chapter, she was almost pushed to death.
And she was doing this while she was pushed to death. I mean...
All she was able to do was hold them off.
Hold them off. She shouldn't, in my honest opinion, she shouldn't have been able to even do that. I mean, like, I know that it has to be done for the sake of the story and whatnot. Maybe, I don't know, show her a little bit and, like, move towards the focus of summoning the Celestial Spirit King, which I'm all for. From a story perspective, it's alright. But, like, as far as we've seen with Lucy's level of capability, I just don't agree that it should have been possible.
I don't know. Personally, I wasn't too bothered by that. And
are you ever bothered by Fairy Tail, to be a perfect
I am. I am. It may not seem like I am, and I'm just like this big old optimist that loves Fairy Tail, but I do see some flaws. But in this case, like,
you didn't see him?
No. I mean, it didn't bother me.
Okay.
I was gonna say something, I totally forgot.
Let's
just continue. Yeah.
Right. I really do like how the battle with the Celestial Spirit King and the... Jesus Christ. Anyways.
I remember.
What?
Okay. Well, you were saying about Lucy summoning
wait,
the spirit.
Let the train go. Let the train go.
Let it go, let it go.
Oh, you just had to.
I always have to.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, yes, Ultra, you were
No,
saying.
it's still going. I'm just afraid it's going to blow its horn again.
Oh, yeah, I'm always afraid before, he blows.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that either. Though I'm surprised you're not worried about yourself blowing.
No, I wait till, there. Oh, fuck, I don't even want to, talk dirty right now. Let's just not.
Right. I do like the battle that was going on. I like the fact that the Celestial Spirit King has very destructive power. So that looks good with me. I don't care. To be honest, I have really mixed feelings about the whole, Lucy taking on Aquarius's power thing. Just I don't know, it seems very auto-reactive, I guess is the word. I mean, I'm not sure if that's a word, but it's the term I'm going to use. I think everybody already knows what I mean. But it's how long is this going to last for exactly? Is this just going to be some great power-up for her in one fight, and then we're never ever going to see it again? I don't know.
I really hope not.
I really want to just know more about it. And she seems to be really, she's using it with relative ease, to be honest.
Well, yeah, she was using it without even being aware of it.
Yeah, and she cast Uranometria. What is that? I mean, don't tell me what that is. I just mean,
Oh, I was really happy with that.
I'm not saying
got to see it.
I like getting to see it, but I mean, how the hell did she do it?
She always knew, but she just didn't have the magic power.
I thought it was just Aquarius's abilities. I didn't know she was getting an influx of power.
Well, they kind of said that as well.
That was
the first thing she said. Oh, what's this power welling up in me?
Translation.
But at the same time, I'm thinking maybe this just rejuvenates her for the remaining encounters.
I don't know. I can't really see her having any more encounters. Take down Jackal, move on, and free the rest of the guild. But if she manages to solo any more of the 9 demon gates,
that would just be wrong. That would
be pushing it.
Yeah, she already soloed.
She's already soloed about one of them, so let's see how it goes. As to using Uranometria, I'm just happy to have seen it. I just thought she was using it rather suddenly.
Yeah. But, did you give the chapters a rating?
Yeah, the first chapter is a 5, and the second one I'll give it a 7.5.
Oh, what do you guys think of Mard's Curse?
I'm not impressed.
Me neither.
I kind of like that it's kind of unique.
Yeah, but
I mean,
most of the stuff is unique, to be perfectly honest. I mean, some of it's weird, but it's alright. I mean, it's just the whole rose thing with thorns, it just fits into his pretty boy aspect as far as I'm concerned. So, I mean, it's not exactly oh my god, that's an amazing magic. It's yeah, okay, whatever.
Oh, right, he has been using it before, or whatever.
Kuro, have you seen Yu Yu Hakusho?
I have never seen Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, that's too bad.
No.
It's awesome. But if you haven't seen it, never mind.
Are there thorns in that?
Better. But we'll...
Better than...
I won't get into that if you haven't seen it.
Alright.
Okay, so, I just remembered something. Oh, you were going to talk predictions now? Okay,
if you want to say something, go ahead.
I did, because, remember when you said, and we also spoke about this last podcast, how Lucy's summoning all these spirits and her limitations. Now that I think about it, I think her limitation would be the amount she can have out at once. That's kind of like what they were saying. We already have Loki and Virgo out. I don't think they were she's going to run out of power.
In my honest opinion, it's ridiculous that somebody would be able to summon as many as they want in rapid succession without draining their magic power, even if the people were only around for a short amount of time.
Well, yeah, but we haven't seen more than 2 come out, so I think that was a milestone here, that she managed to send out a third.
Yes, but the problem is it's been many days.
Yeah, well, if you think of it in that way, then it makes sense, because
I mean, I said, Scorpio, then Leo, then Taurus, Aries, then Leo again. I mean, Sagittarius was there, and then she switched to Virgo. And somehow Virgo was actually, useful in combat for whatever reason.
But we don't know how much power that's exactly taking. I'm sure it is taxing, but like we don't know how much exactly. So
Well, obviously we can't measure it, but I mean, you can use reasonable assumption. She's doing a lot based on what we've originally known as a less than finite amount of magic.
But like nonetheless, oh, go on.
You want to go on?
Well, when you look at it like that, when it's, you look at the entire situation where it's just only, we think, as far as we know, it's only been one day, then it does look like, she's done that all in such rapid succession. But there has been multiple scenes, like, there has been periods of time where we haven't seen Lucy. I mean, she summoned Scorpio during the Jackal fight, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then, well, that event happened, and then later they had the time to go back to Fairy Tail Base. I'm just like the time between the scenes is kind of where you'd say, okay, so that's where she's resting. She's not fighting. She can be recovering that magic she lost. Because the same can be said about like Natsu or any of the other people who've been fighting.
I mean, that's a general like kind of anime manga thing, like how fast the wound heals, or whatever term you want to use. Maybe it's the wound, maybe it's the power coming back. I don't know, like...
this isn't something you should overthink. I mean, if we're going to be coming good with that, I think Naruto has been a big more offender. It's like 5 minutes at a time from going to zero to max.
To be honest, I think Bleach would be a bigger offender, but I think we're not going to get into that detail. Okay, so... Yeah, so did someone have a prediction?
Oh, predictions? Kura, you go.
I want to and hope we get to see the backstory between Maud and the King, because they clearly know each other. They must have a history and some kind of connection, which is kind of weird because you wouldn't think that the spiritual bodies would have a connection with demons. So I'm sure it's all going to loop back to Zeref and maybe Mavis. I don't know.
You mean like the one magic or something?
Yeah, it probably will go back to that.
Okay.
And as for what else, I don't really care what Lucy does. I mean, her goal is to free her friends, so she's going to go and do that, hopefully. And
I want to know where the hell they are. The Spirit King destroyed Plutogrim, so it's like...
Yeah, so they're just...
Where are they?
The Plutogrim, they're all in the Plutogrim, that's now in pieces, so...
Right, so what the hell is going to happen now?
I have a theory on that.
Well, I mean, your theory is probably the Celestial Spirit King saving them, right?
No, because Plutogrim's dead, they're probably gonna like emerge from whatever status they were in.
Not sure I understand.
Like they're just gonna like come back, like slowly get unsticky.
The magic Algaria has been dispersed, basically.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh.
So like they'll be back. They all crashed. They're all on the ground. All the other Tartarus members were like watching Lucy, so they're gonna come back as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on the way you view the spell effects. It's like one of those scenarios where it's like, I don't know, the monster turned everyone to stone, but killing the monster will save everybody or something like that. I think that's what you're kind of... Is that what you have in your mind? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, but also I have another theory that, like, ultimately, I just see Mard besting the Spirit King.
I think Mard should turn into a demon. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. We know he is a demon. Like, he just doesn't look demonic. He seems to be in a human type of form. Like, I don't know. I think he should take a more demon-like form, and then like maybe give the Celestial Spirit King a real like run for his money. Like, I don't know. He's just kind of toying with him right now. I mean, I know he's serious, but I don't think he's used his strongest spells now or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, let's see how that ends.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's a battle. Who knows which way it's going to end? It seems to be one of the bigger scale battles in this series. Maybe the biggest scale battle, to be honest, which is good with me.
Yeah, the power scale has just dramatically gone up.
I like the double page spread.
Yeah, it was a pretty. Yeah, you're right. Like about the power levels and stuff. Any more predictions, guys?
Not really.
No, it's a pretty straightforward path of where to go.
I don't know. I think
Celestial King are gonna fight.
I think the Celestial Spirit King's blade is going to evolve into something else.
Galaxia Blade.
Yeah.
See what that does. Alright. I guess we're done with predictions then.
pretty much. So, alright guys, we're done with the chapter talk. Let's move on to sexy talk. Okay, so do either of you guys have like a desire to go first this week?
I will just go first. I'll get it over with. I mean,
Okay.
mine's are. I just busted out. Like, I
Yeah,
don't even...
Umne didn't put any thought into his, so you can.
See, don't say it like that.
How else would you like me to say it?
What's the no? What's the move?
Short and sweet.
Bust a move? What?
Just short
He
and
just
sweet,
said
like,
bust it
what?
out, and that just reminded me. Short and sweet.
Oh.
Go.
Go on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, my sexy character, who is a brunette, would be Mako Makanshoku from the anime Kill la Kill. And, I don't know, I had trouble picking my favorite brunette, but I ended up picking her just because, like, aside from being, like, a attractive girl, like, I think just her character in general was, adorable. And also, she did play a significant role within the series, which I'm not really gonna spoil. I think you guys should definitely check it out. But nonetheless, she's like adorkable, and she's like pretty much the comic relief of the show. And you think you've seen it all with her, but she'll bust out some other kind of like comedic tactics, if you could say. I don't know, but
I wouldn't say that, but
okay, well, whatever. She's pretty much hilarious. Like, I've chuckled really loud with her, and she is physically attractive. I would say she has curves in all the right places, and I guess her hairstyle is just a bit charming. I mean, usually you see like sexy long-haired girls, but she's got like this cute little bob cut, and yeah, she's basically my sexy pick of the podcast.
Okay. Kuro, would you like to go next?
My turn. Okay, mine's gonna be easy because I'm pretty sure most of the people can already guess what my choice is.
If you can't guess what Kuro's choice is, and even after he explains it, you don't know what it is, then you seriously need to get a rain check on things you're doing and start reading Fairy Tail. Just go on.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Anyway, so my choice for the sexiest brunette is Kana Alberona. That's how you pronounce the name, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, we. Basically, I love this girl. She's just completely outrageous to start with. A heavy drinker, always wearing all the revealing clothes. But I don't know, just on that alone, I'd probably just pass her over as another fan service character. I'm like, okay, boobs are out. What else have you got? But she actually got some serious development during the S-Class trials, and we got to see, who she is underneath. Previously, like in her fight with Freed and Phantom Lord, she did have her moments of character development where she did show her more sensitive side, but it wasn't until, we got the whole backstory with her and her father, Gildarts, and her motivation for being in Fairy Tail, she really came out and became a really deep character. And, since then she's got, she's developed, she's had her low moment, and now she's working to be a better person, be a better member of the guild, and she's doing her part to, to help everyone, to save her friends. I mean, in recent events, they'd all be dead if it wasn't for her and Happy and his anti-explosive powers.
Oh, but yeah, it's good that you mentioned that, yeah. I totally forgot about the card thing.
Really?
Yeah, she was the only one who was able to tell that Elfman was out of whack, so she has this connection with everyone in the guild. She's like, okay, something's clearly bothering you. Why is there a bomb in your pants? Oh no.
Bomb in your pants?
Are you just happy to see me?
And there's the regret. I'm gonna be quiet now. Ultra, you can say
Okay,
your sexy brunette.
Okay,
I don't know if you guys had any, theories about what I would choose. Like, maybe seeing my avatar, you would have a guess. Obviously, before Umne gets any ideas, my choice is female, so, excuse me, Umne.
Okay.
My choice for sexiest brunette is Haruhi Suzumiya. Haruhi Suzumiya is the driving force behind the series, which is based on her. The name is the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya Haruhi no Yutsu in Japanese. So the main character is actually Kyon, and he meets her, and she's basically this girl. She hates anything that bores her. She's always looking for excitement. At first, you might think she's Little Miss Perfect. She gets great grades. She can really do well in school. She seems perfectly competent. But when you get to know her, you'll see a lot more. You see that there are ways in which she's insecure. She's got her fears. She's doing whatever she does, not letting anyone get in her way, mainly because she wants to live the best life and not have any regrets, to be special. On a physical basis, she can pull off pretty much any outfit, whether it's a swimsuit, a schoolgirl uniform, yukata, or pretty much just random teenage wear. She has a habit of changing her hairstyle a lot. She can pull off a lot of types. Ponytail, long hair, whatever. And in general, I think Haruhi is a very great character. She's voiced by Aya Hirano, who voices Lucy in Fairy Tail, and she's voiced by Wendy Lee in English, who is a very famous English voice actor. She has hundreds of credits, more than almost anybody in the business. You can tell that originally this was considered a very special role, so they really needed someone who could do it in English, and I think she pulls it off. Haruhi is very talented. She can cook, she can sing, she can dance, she can cosplay. I just throw that out there. Overall, though, she has her personality flaws. She comes off as very bossy, very mean, very manipulative. But there's a lot of the things in the series, you'll see that what's going on isn't always what it seems. The theory behind Haruhi is one of multiple. The most popular one among fans being that she's the god of the universe, give or take. That's at least the anime perspective. The light novels go into more detail, but I won't get into that. Overall, Haruhi, I would call her a really whole package, and I think probably the only thing she's never done is dye her hair. So I'm going to choose her as the sexy brunette of choice. So we're done. Okay, guys, you can vote in the polls below. Choose Mako, Kana, or Haruhi. And that is the end of this half of the podcast. Okay, guys, so do you have anything to add?
No, see you later, guys.
Okay, guys. Crow?
Join us for the questions.
That's right. The questions will be following up shortly in the video below. Till then,